Sophie Cunningham is carving out new arenas, off the court as much as on it. Over on Black and White Sports YouTube channel, the conversation was buzzing. Cunningham has been expanding her horizons, diving into side projects that showcase her personality, talent, and versatility. At first glance, some wondered if she was stepping away from basketball entirely. The answer? Not even close. One of her latest moves is joining USA Network as a broadcast analyst for the 2026 WNBA season. It's not a casual nod to her fame, this is a role built on experience and expertise. Cunningham isn't new to the analyst seat, she's been honing her skills covering the Phoenix Mercury. Critics who raise eyebrows often forget that this is exactly the type of work she's qualified for, and viewers will instantly recognize her face, her insights, and her connection to stars like Caitlin Clark. But Cunningham isn't just breaking ground in sports media. She's also stepping into the fashion world, landing a feature in the 2026 Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition alongside Nisha Collier. The shoot isn't about glamour alone, it's about empowerment. Cunningham and Collier are presenting a new narrative. Strength and beauty aren't mutually exclusive. Through fitness, poise, and confidence, they're showing that being powerful off the court can be just as inspiring as dominating on it. In addition to this cultural presence, Cunningham's broadcasting work promises to make a tangible impact on how the WNBA is consumed. USA Network will air 50 regular season games plus playoffs and finals, highlighted by weekly Wednesday doubleheaders. Cunningham will pop in for studio coverage, sharing her perspective on elite-level basketball with the authority only a seasoned professional can bring. As she told Sports Illustrated, her love for sports runs deep. "I love talking to people and learning their stories," she said. "When I get to commentate for basketball, I know the game. I have the IQ for it. I see plays, I see why different schemes are run. Breaking down elite-level players and understanding what drives their decisions, that fascinates me." Sophie Cunningham's journey has always been defined by adaptability, grit, and an instinctive understanding of the game of basketball. What we've seen in recent months, however, is something even more remarkable: her evolution beyond the confines of the court. This expansion isn't a detour from her career, it's a natural extension of it. Cunningham is proving, in real time, that the same intelligence, competitive fire, and acute awareness that make her a standout player in the WNBA translates seamlessly into other arenas: media, mentorship, and cultural influence. She's demonstrating that an athlete's impact doesn't stop at the scoreboard. It can reverberate across communities, inspire the next generation, and shape how the public engages with sports on a broader level. The announcement of her role with USA Network stirred a wave of speculation. Some fans immediately jumped to conclusions, wondering whether Cunningham's recent knee injury was forcing her into early retirement or a quiet exit from professional basketball. Others questioned whether she was even qualified for the position, as if the physicality of her play somehow precluded her ability to analyze the sport from a broadcast booth. Those initial assumptions, however, missed the nuance of what Cunningham is actually undertaking. Clarifications provided by journalists, including Scott Agnes, helped untangle the confusion. Cunningham's media work will exist alongside her playing career, not in place of it. It's a distinction that carries weight. Unlike some narratives that prematurely frame athletes' off-court ventures as retirement in disguise, this role acknowledges that Cunningham can pursue new opportunities without compromising her primary identity as a player. The setup of the role itself mirrors models already familiar to sports audiences. Cunningham's involvement will be selective and strategic, similar to how Caitlin Clark occasionally contributes to NBC coverage or how Draymond Green makes appearances on TNT. These are not full-time obligations. They are curated moments that allow athletes to lend their expertise without interrupting the rigorous demands of their professional schedule. For Cunningham, that means she can continue to train, travel, and compete at the highest level in Project B and beyond, while simultaneously exploring a platform that amplifies her voice, perspective, and analytical acumen. The role doesn't diminish her playing career, it enhances her overall presence in the sport, giving fans, aspiring athletes, and media consumers access to insights from someone who not only knows the game but lives it daily. What makes this evolution particularly compelling is that it's rooted in authenticity. Cunningham isn't stepping into a media role as a gimmick, a promotional stunt, or a superficial assignment. Her background as a player, coupled with years of first-hand experience navigating the pressures, strategies, and dynamics of professional basketball, equips her with the credibility and knowledge that most commentators can only study in textbooks. In interviews, Cunningham has emphasized her passion for the sport, her curiosity about players' stories, and her desire to break down the game in a way that is informative, precise, and engaging. She doesn't just call plays, she analyzes decision-making, evaluates schemes, and contextualizes the subtleties of elite-level competition. Her insights carry weight because they're grounded in experience, not theory, and that's exactly what makes her transition into media so resonant. But Cunningham's influence stretches beyond XS and OS. By stepping into the media spotlight, she's also carving a path for other athletes, particularly women, to explore multidimensional careers. For too long, the narrative around professional female athletes has been narrowly defined. Excel in your sport, then fade into the background once your playing days conclude. Cunningham is actively challenging that framework. She is showing that the skills developed on the court, discipline, strategy, communication, resilience, can translate into leadership, storytelling, and mentorship off the court. Her visibility in media isn't just a personal achievement, it's a cultural statement. It asserts that women in sports can occupy multiple roles, influence broader conversations, and wield power in spaces historically dominated by voices with different backgrounds or experiences. Moreover, Cunningham's media work has a ripple effect on fans and aspiring athletes alike. Young players watching her understand that excellence in sports isn't limited to scoring points or winning games. They see that curiosity, analysis, and the courage to step into new spaces are equally valuable. They see a model for a career that can evolve without sacrificing the core identity that made the athlete successful in the first place. By participating in broadcasts, breaking down games, and sharing her perspective, Cunningham fosters a bridge between professional competition and audience engagement, cultivating a more informed, passionate, and appreciative fan base. She's educating as much as she's entertaining, demonstrating that media can be an extension of athletic influence rather than a separate sphere altogether. Critically, Cunningham's decision to embrace this dual role reinforces her reputation as a calculated, forward-thinking professional. It's not impulsive or reactionary, it's a deliberate choice that complements her trajectory rather than distracting from it. Fans and critics alike can see that she's not abandoning the court for visibility or monetary gain. She's leveraging her platform strategically, building an interconnected presence that encompasses playing, mentorship, media, and cultural impact. This is a model increasingly relevant in modern sports, where athletes are recognized not just for their in-game performances but for the entirety of their contributions to society, culture, and the broader sports ecosystem. In sum, Sophie Cunningham's evolution into media work is an expansion of her professional identity, not a detour. It's a testament to her adaptability, intellect, and vision, qualities that have always defined her as an elite athlete. By navigating this new space with authenticity, insight, and intentionality, she's proving that competitive fire and analytical prowess are transferable skills, equally potent in a broadcast booth as they are on the hardwood. This chapter underscores a simple but profound truth: an athlete's influence is not measured solely by stats or championships. It is measured by the capacity to educate, inspire, challenge norms, and leave a lasting imprint on every arena they enter. Cunningham is doing all of that and more, demonstrating that the modern athlete can, and perhaps must, think beyond the court to redefine what a career in sports can truly be. As USA Network prepares to feature her in select coverage throughout the 2026 season, highlighting regular season games, playoffs, and studio analysis, it becomes clear that Cunningham is not just participating in the evolution of women's basketball, she is actively shaping it. Her voice, perspective, and expertise bring a depth of understanding to broadcasts that few can replicate, and her journey illustrates the expanding role of athletes in media. For Cunningham, the court remains her foundation, but her influence now reaches far beyond it, reminding fans, players, and the league itself that impact is as much about vision, mentorship, and authenticity as it is about points on the board. While some observers express concern about whether outside commitments could distract from on-court focus, the expectation is that Cunningham's involvement will be minimal enough to avoid any real conflict with her playing schedule. She also isn't stepping into unfamiliar territory. She has prior experience working as an analyst for the Phoenix Mercury, which strengthens the case that she's qualified for the opportunity. From a broadcasting perspective, networks often prioritize individuals who not only understand the game but also bring recognition and personality to the screen, and Cunningham checks both boxes. Despite that, the announcement sparked a wave of mixed reactions online, ranging from support to harsh criticism. Some questioned her qualifications or visibility, while others argued she was a strong addition due to her basketball IQ, communication skills, and on-court experience. The debate itself reflects a broader dynamic in modern sports media, where athletes expanding into broadcasting often face scrutiny regardless of their credentials. In Cunningham's case, her move appears less like a distraction and more like a calculated extension of her career, balancing playing at a professional level while gradually building a presence in sports media. And here we are, diving into the reactions, some of them predictably nasty. People are calling her names, questioning her skills, or dismissing her entirely. But if we're honest, it's rarely about basketball. Her appearance, her background, and assumptions about her views have fueled much of the backlash. It's messy, it's loud, and it's a reminder of why criticism in sports can often spill far beyond the game itself. The reality? Some fans just want to find a reason to be outraged, and Cunningham became an easy target. Yet the conversation reveals more about the audience than the athlete, about biases, assumptions, and the way public figures, especially women, are scrutinized for every move. And with that, the show wraps up for today. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment to join the discussion. There's more to come, and as always, we'll break it down without holding back. Until next time, thanks for watching Black and White Sports.